back to the 5th episode of the RCJC Show Season 2. In this initiative, we'll be calling our esteemed guests to come and have an interesting talk with us and share their thoughts. I, Rotaract Dhruv Shetty, will be the host for this episode. So today we have with us the Rotaract Rotary Committee Chair, Rotarian Akhil Sanghi sir. Rotarian Akhil Sanghi sir has done the schooling from the Cathedral and John Connon School and graduated with a Bachelor's of Commerce degree from FBHR College. He had been operating as the CEO of the SP Sanghi Air Conditioning Private Limited and now is serving as the director of the company. Hello sir, nice to meet you.
Thank you for inviting me, Dhruv.
Yeah. So basically in this entire show there will be two rounds. The first one is the KYG round, which we call as the Know Your Guest round, and the second one is the Fun and Frolic round. So let's begin with the first one, shall we? Yeah. So the first question is that how long have you been a part of this entire movement, that is the Rotary movement?
So our family has been in Rotary since 3 generations. So I'm actually the 3rd generation. My father, Akhil Sanghi, was the past president of our esteemed club, which is the Bombay Rotary Club. I joined the club in April 2017. So I'll be completing 5 years in April.
Oh, that's a great thing, sir. And the second question that I wanted to know is that everyone has a reason behind doing something, right? So, like, what was your own personal reason behind joining Rotary?
So, Rotary, as you know, Rotary is basically community service.
Yeah.
In short, we say service above self. Our club is the oldest club, Bombay Rotary Club, which does a lot of service projects. As you have seen, and you Rotaractors have been involved with us in many of our projects. So, as I said, it's the 3rd generation, seeing the community service, the good work we do. I joined because I like the whole concept of the Rotary movement and helping the needy, helping the community is, I think, very important in today's time. If you can give time, talent and treasure, which are the 3 important P's which we say in our Rotary Club. I just thought, I think it's time to give back to the society, hence I decided to join our Rotary Club of Bombay.
Yes, so very rightly answered. I mean, giving back something to the society, that is the selfless service, the biggest, good deed that you can do in today's world. The third question that I wanted to know about is that you were earlier the CEO of the company and now as the director of the company, right? So, like, can you explain the role of yours in the company right now?
You're talking about my
Yeah.
No, so this company is our own business, which is founded in 1968. We are a group of Akhil Sanghi company, which is into automobiles. So we started our business as a joint family. Akhil Sanghi name is an old name in the automobile industry. It started with a 2-wheeler business in 1958 as Bajaj Auto. Most people would have heard about Bajaj, which is one of the largest 2-wheeler manufacturers. We were one of the top first dealers actually for that. Subsequently, our family moved into the automobile business, where we were dealers for Hindustan Motors, Premier, and today we are the dealers for Maruti. Our air conditioning business is also very old, started in 1968. Voltas was one of the first companies which was launched in India into air conditioning, which our family was one of the first dealers for Voltas. We've been into this business since almost 50 plus years. And I joined this part of the business in about 1998. And since then I'm looking after the air conditioning business of our family, where we basically cater to all segments like the residential, commercial, hospitality, in which we do turnkey projects for sales, service, installation of various brands like Daikin, Mitsubishi, Carrier, Blue Star, AMG. That is our business profile.
It was great to know about the entire entrepreneurship journey of your entire family as well as of yours. So the next thing is that you are also the RCC, the Rotaract Rotary Committee Chair of the Rotary Club of Bombay and the other Rotaract clubs. So, like, what has been the best part of being the RCC?
So the Rotary Club every year appoints different Rotarians to look after the various communities. As you know, we have several committees doing several projects and work. So this year the President requested me if I would be taking up would be doing the Rotaract chair. And I think it was a challenge because this year especially was a challenge because last 2 years, I think because of COVID, everything was closed, schools were closed, colleges were closed. We were unable to do any activities which we do year on year, and everything was online, which was frustrating for even the students and I think even the community. We were not able to give back to the society. So I think it was a challenge, and I'm very happy that we partnered with various Rotaract colleges like wherein HRs. We have all 6 basically colleges, and they are helping us executing the various projects, coming to our various centers, doing the community service, and bringing a smile in the underprivileged. I think which is most important theme for our Rotarians, to bring a smile and give back to the society. As I said earlier, also that's the main important thing for Rotary Club.
Yes, sir, it was really great, and we are also great to have you as the RCC of Rotaract Rotary Club. So getting into the Rotary Club of Bombay a bit. So can you just let us know about some of those notable projects and explain them a bit? Like what are those notable
projects? As our club is a 90-year-old club, I'll touch upon 3 or 4 of the very important and key community services and projects which are very, very dear to Rotary Club. One of the important ones is Talwada Eye Center. Now, this is apparently started almost 40 plus years ago, where there are almost 800 free cataract surgeries done. And this is all done by Rotarians. It is not, everything is done from our own Rotary doctors. We have our own Rotarians who are very established in their own field. Like I'm into my own field. We have the eye doctors. They go to Talwada every month and perform these surgeries for the underprivileged, totally free of cost. Then the second one I would talk about is the Bhavishayan, where we have about 6 BMC schools adopted by the Rotary Club of Bombay. So basically here what we do is BMC runs their own classes and school. After the BMC classes, our Rotarians, we have various mentors who help teach, educate the students further, and the idea is to basically get the students better education, better knowledge, teaching them various subjects like maths, English, and the idea is to help them in their careers so that they can do something post the school. So the 6 schools are very actively run. Again, as I said, the involvement of Rotary members in all our projects is very important, and each one takes out time, selfless, goes to the schools, visits the schools, and helps the students with their education. Then we have Anandyan, which is a very, very again, this was founded I think about 4 or 5 years back. Now, Anandyan is basically a center for the elders, where the senior citizens, mainly the target is senior citizens who don't have anywhere to go. Many of them have lost their homes, lost their families. As you know, unfortunately, there are a lot of children who don't look after their parents. They get old age homes. So we started this, we just launched our 3rd center in Mazgaon 2 months ago. We have now total 3 centers. So the whole idea in Anandyan is basically we run various programs in the evenings, about I think 5 times a week, where you teach them yoga, you have dancing, you do Zumba, we celebrate sports day with them, the annual festivals with them. The whole idea in Anandyan is to bring a smile on these senior citizens who don't have anywhere to go, who are lost and lonely, some of them. So it's, as I said again, it's giving back to the society. It's about community service. These are the 3 important, centers of Rotary Club, and one of the oldest ones. So I would say these are the 3 pillars of our club.
Yes, sir. I believe that this answer would let each and everyone know that what Rotary Club of Bombay actually does. What are those community service events which have a great impact on the society? Yes, sir. And the next question is that as you explain about the various community service events of the Rotary Club of Bombay, so I do believe that more and more people would also like to be a part of it. So, is there any specific procedure to be a part of the Rotary Club of Bombay or any other Rotary Club?
There are several Rotary clubs in Bombay, and in fact, it's not Bombay. Rotary Club is a worldwide organization. To join the Rotary Club, if you were asking about Bombay Rotary Club or Bombay, our club, yes, you can join. There is a little criteria to join this club. You have to submit an application. You are called for an interview, and then the board members, if your application is approved, then you can join. But the whole concept of our club is, again, you should be willing to do community service, willing to have time from your work, as you're all working professionals. It's important that you are able to take out time, because as I touched upon, all these projects which are done, if it is not for the Rotarians, you were not able to manage these projects. So definitely, when you would like to become a member of our club, you need to commit that you will be able to give back to the society by spending time, talent, treasure, as we say. Money, of course, is important. A lot of members donate selflessly money. There are corporates who contribute via CSR. But money is one part of it. But it's important that each one has a desire to do community service. So it is not in our. There are several other clubs which don't have such stringent norms. You can join any club in Bombay. But I would say if someone really, the Rotary Club of Bombay, it's probably not that easy to join like any other club. They don't have so many strict policies or stringent norms like our club does have. The idea of having a policy like our club is to ensure that we have the right quality of members who are able to give back to the society in terms of the three important factors which I have been mentioning time and again. Yes, so that's about how you can probably join.
Yes, I do believe that this is going to help the viewers that are watching this video in order to get into this family of Rotary. So the last question for this round would be a kind of help for the Rotaractors as well. So what basically the Rotary clubs do you expect from the Rotaractors?
So the Rotaractors, basically, if I would ask, we want them to get involved in our club projects, in the community service. So we need volunteers. Very honestly, all these projects which are doing, for example, I touched upon the Anandyan centers. So already very actively the Rotaractors come over there. So how do you entertain? See, the Rotarians also go, but Rotaractors are young blood. They bring out a different enthusiasm amongst the senior people. So I think recently, I'm not sure which club did it. They had a program about 2 months back where they played Antakshari, played games with the Anandyan senior citizens. Then DY school, we are constantly doing some activities or the other, whether it is, we've done so many activities this year. There was something like fluid art, and piggy bank clay making. Then we also have the Vaidyu community, which is in Yogeshwari, where we've been doing noble cause by donating sanitary napkins for the women over there, teaching them menstrual hygiene. So wherever we do projects, like Palghar, in fact I did not, Palghar is where we got a lot of projects ongoing. There also we send the Rotaractors to go and see actually what kind of work is being done. We provided water there, we provided electricity, we even given computers there for the villages for the students to learn. And yes, Rotaractors are a very important integral part of Rotary to help us with our projects, visiting them, doing the community service. And we would like to continue to have your support, and we will continue to partner with Rotaractors year on year.
Yes, sir. It is even truly amazing for us to partner with the Rotary, to collaborate with Rotary. So there were events like Bhavishya and wherein we collaborated, and it was really great fun to interact with those children and so on. Yes, sir. And with this, the first round comes to an end. Moving on to the second round, which is the fun and frolic round. So the first thing that I want to ask is that, what is that first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Rotary?
Community service.
Okay. So
Service above self and community service.
okay, that's the motto, basically. Motto.
Service above self and community service are the two important.
True, sir. The second question is that what is that person? Who is that one person that inspires you?
Well, obviously, from the Rotary family, very honestly, it's my father, Akhil Sanghi, because he's being a committed Rotarian in our family, being the past president.
So the third question that I want to ask is that what advice would you give to your younger self if you have got that opportunity?
Really younger?
Yeah, your younger self.
That's a tough one, but probably it's never too late to start. The reason I say that is because a lot of people say that you join Rotary very late.
Right, sir. So the next question is that which books would you recommend others to read?
Very honestly, I myself am a poor reader, but whatever anybody enjoys, whether it's fiction, non-fiction, don't able to recommend much because I myself are a poor reader.
So the next thing is that what's the best advice that you have ever received from anyone else? Or any such advice that you liked, it was useful for you?
I think what is important is whether it's your business or whether it's when you're doing community service. I think the Rotary has a 4-way test. You always, first of all, be truthful, be honest, be passionate. I think if these three things you bring out, whether it's in your work life, whether it's in your, as a student, or when you're doing community service, these are three very important factors.
Yes, very rightly said, sir. So the next thing is that what would you prefer, working from home or work from office?
Anytime working from office.
Okay. So the last question for this round is that what would you prefer, like emails or calls?
Well, that depends on emails is preferable for sure, because on calls is see, if I don't know the number, I would hesitate to pick up. But my line of business is such, I'm in the service business, so I end up picking up most of my unknown calls. But unfortunately today, 80% are spam calls in the sense of marketing calls, which is irritating. But I would always prefer a mail.
Yes,
why not message today? There's a
yes, WhatsApp.
I think WhatsApp has become the main thing. Why would you want to call? Put a WhatsApp message, request the person, can I call you? I think that's a better way of doing it. While honestly, I follow when I have to call anybody, even if it's a known person, I would always say, when's a good time to call you?
Yes, sir, true that, sir. So with this, the second round comes to an end. It was really great to have you on our show, sir. Like it was a really great, insightful session having with you. And I do believe even the audience would get to know a lot about the profession as well as about the world of Rotary, the family of Rotary. So we would also like to have your feedback of yours on this initiative of ours.
So I think it's a great initiative by you to the program you are doing and to know about Rotary Club. You are already involved in with us as Rotaractors partnering with us. But to get more information, which I think will help you, your video will help you to expose this to more and more people, because we also want to grow as a family in the Rotary. We are looking for more and more members and people who are willing to do community service. Our doors are always open for people who are willing to contribute in community service. It's a great initiative, I think, by you, and I think you should keep doing this year on year. And congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir, once again for being on this show. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. Do like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.